Hello everyone. In today's lecture we will see about date object and different methods of date object in JavaScript and how we can use those methods to get the different date or the time in JavaScript. So let's start. I'm just going to create one new file. Let's name the file as datedemo.js. Now let's create. So I'm just going to create one variable. Let's say let d is equal to, and to use the date object we have to use the new keyword. So new, after that we have to use new date, right? So this is the syntax how we can define the object variable for date object, right? So once we have created this object, then if we simply print, let's say console.log, let's say d. Now let's save this file and let's run this file. So command is node date demo.js, that is file name, right? So it will display some default format of current date and time. So this is the date, basically year, month, date. So t is basically a delimiter, whereas this is the time where it is displaying hours, minutes and seconds and milliseconds as well. And Z denotes that it is the UTC time format, right? So according to UTC time format, this is current date and time, right? So this is how we can use the date object for displaying the current date, right, in UTC format. Now there are different methods that we can use to get the current day of the month or current month of the year, or get full year or get the current year, or similarly we can also get the time as well. So we can get the specific hour, specific minute or specific second at this point of time, right? So let's see how we can use different methods of date object to do that, right? So I'm just going to save this. So basically we have created one date object. Right now there is one method, so now let's see one by one each method we will see. Now first method is get date method. So get date method is used, or it returns, basically get date method returns the current day of the month. For example, it will return the values from 1 to 31. So whatever the current value is, that will return the current day of the month. Now let's see that. So console.log d dot get date, right? So it will return the current, so it will basically return the value between 1 to 31. So what is the current date? That is 18, so it should return 18. Now there is one more method to get the current month. So basically we have to simply use console.log d dot get month. So get month method will return the month value. So that will return the value from 0 to 11 basically, right? So for month it will start from 0, so it will return the value from 0 to 11. If we want, so basically if we want that it should return from 1 to 11, 1 to 12, then we can simply add +1 here, right? So next one is to get the current year. So for that we have to use console.log d dot get full year. So it will return the current year, right? So it will return the current year, that is it should return 2021, right? Now let's save this file and let's run the file. So I'm just going to use node demo.js. So we can see here, so the first method, that is get date, return the current date, that is 18th of March. After that it is returning the month as well. So basically if we don't use this +1, let's save this file. So current month is March, so it should return now second value, right? So it will return second value because the month will start from the 0. So if we want the exact value, then we have to use +1 here. So it will return, now let's save and let's run the file once again. So it will return 3 this time, that is the current one, that is 18th of March. and third one is get full year, and it is returning the current year, that is 2021. So this is how we can use get date, get month, and get full year methods, right? Similarly, we can also use date object to get the current time as well. So for example, if I want to get the current hour, right, so I just have to write console.log d dot get hour. So this method will return hours from 0 to 23, right? So whatever the current hour is, that will return that value from 0 to 23. Next is d dot get minutes as well. So once we can use d dot get minutes, so get minutes method will return the value of minute, that will be from 0 to 59. Similarly, for seconds, console.log, we have to use d dot get seconds method. So get seconds, it will return the value from again 0 to 59. Now let's save this value, save this file, and let's run the file once again. Right, so we can see here. So if you see last three values, so it is returning the hour value, that is 21, that is 9 o'clock, right? And after that, it is returning the minute value as well, that is 7 here. And after that, it is returning seconds as well, correct? Now let's say I want to display in some proper format. So how we can do that? Now let's say I want to first display the date. So I will simply put console.log let's say d dot get date plus, let's give some space. After that, again concat operator, again d dot get month concat operator. After that, again let's give some space, again plus, and let's say we have to display year as well. So d dot get full year. Let's save this file and let's run the file once again. Right, so if you see here it is displaying the current date. So basically that is date, month, because it starts from 0, it is displaying 2, and then year, that is 2021. If we simply change this as, let's say, +1, and let's save this file and let's run again, and it will display like 18th, then 3, that is March, and 2021, right? So it is displaying here, right? Right, so this is displaying current date, that is d dot get date, that will be 18th. After that, we are getting the month value, as it starts from 0. For March, it will give the 2, and after that we are getting adding +1 in that, so that's why it is displaying 3 year. And after that, we are simply getting the full year, that is 2021 current year. So this is how we can use get date, get month, and get full year methods. Similarly, we can display time in some proper format as well. So let's say console.log d dot, let's say I want to display hours, get hours plus, let's say, let's give some colon. After that we have to display minutes, so method is d dot get minutes, again plus, let's display colon again, and after that we have to display seconds, so let's say d dot get seconds. We have to use concat operator here, that's why it is displaying some error, so let's solve that after concat, before concat also, right? So yeah, so now let's save this file and let's run this file as well, right? So it is displaying the time here basically, that is in 24 hours format, 21, 11 and seconds. So this is hours, minutes and seconds, right? So this is how we can use different methods of date object to display the current date, current month, current year, current hours, current minutes and current seconds as well, right? Now let's see one practical example. So now we are going to create one simple digital clock, right? So we are going to create one simple digital clock by using this date object. Now how we can create that? Now I'm just going to create, let's say, one new file. We have to create first HTML file, right? So I'm just going to create one HTML file. Let's name that file as digital clock.html, right? So I have just created one new file, right? So first we have to create some basic web page structure, right, by using HTML. So I'm just going to create one basic HTML structure, right? So HTML, then we have to close HTML. In that we have to add some head, closing of head. We can simply put head as, let's say, digital clock. Let's save this file. After the head we have to add body as well, body tag. After that, closing of body tag, right? Now as we have to display that digital clock on our web page, so we have to first define one paragraph for that. I'm just going to create one paragraph. Let's give identifier to that paragraph as, let's say, my DC. So this is the ID for that paragraph, right? So let's close that paragraph, right? So whatever we mention here, that will be displayed in our web page, right? So that is, we will display the time in this paragraph, right? So now currently, for example, I'm just displaying, let's say, hello. Let's save this file and let's open this file on our live server. So I'm just going to use open with live server. So it will open the file in our browser, right? So we can see here it is displaying digital log, which we have given the heading, and then it is displaying that paragraph. Currently we have put hello only, right? Now I'm just saving this. Let's minimize this browser. Now I'm just going to remove this hello because we have to display time here, right? Now we have created the basic structure of HTML, right? Now we have to add the basically script tag, right? Basically whatever JavaScript we have to write, we can write that in our script tag. So after body, I am just adding one tag, our script tag, and closing of script tag, and we can write our JavaScript code within this script tag, right? So I am just going to create one function first. So let's say I'm just going to create function, that is, let's name that function as display time, right? So we have created one function display time. Now in that, let's see how we can use date object. So before that, I have to create one date object. Let's say let date is equal to new date. So we have created the date object, right? Now, to display the time, we have to first display in the format of hours, minutes, and then seconds, right? So I will simply create, let's say, let HH, so it will display the hours. So how we can get the hours? So to get the hours, we have to use d dot get hours method, right? So get hours method, it will get the current hours, right? Similarly, we can use let for minutes, d dot, sorry, not d, we have to use, basically we have created date object here, right? So we have to use date here, not the d, right? So let's use date dot get minutes method. So it will get the current minutes and it will save in that variable. Now for seconds as well, so we have to use let says is equal to date dot get seconds, right? So after that, I'm just going to create one variable, let's say let time is equal to hh, that is hours. We have to concatenate, right? So we have to use concatenation plus, after that we have to use again concatenation, after that again plus, let's use colon, again plus, and seconds, right? So we are storing our hours, minutes, and seconds in this time variable, right? Now where we have to display this time, so basically the identifier which we have created for paragraph, so we have to display that in our this paragraph, right? So we have to display that in the paragraph. So to add that, we have to simply use, let's say, we have to first locate that element, so we have to use document dot get element by id. What is the identifier of that paragraph? That is my dc, right? What is the identifier we have defined? That is my dc. So I'm just getting that my dc identifier and dot inner html. So we have to use inner html is equal to, what we have to display in that, we have to simply display the time, whatever we are storing in that time variable, right? So this is how we have created one function in which we are capturing current hours, minutes, and seconds. We are storing those values in the time variable and we are going to display that time value in that paragraph, right? That's why we have first identified the locator of that paragraph and we are passing by using inner html method, right? Now let's save this file. So basically, to use any function, we have to call that function, right? Then only that function gets executed. So to call that function, we have to simply call that function first. So to call that function, what is the syntax? We have to simply use the function name display time. This is how we are calling that function. Now let's save this file and let's check on the our browser, right? So it is displaying the current time here, right? So if you see the current time, that is 9:29 p.m., that is displayed in 24 hours format, correct? So this is how we can display the time, but this is the static value, right? It is not getting updated in real time. So if we refresh the page, then it will change, right? That then only it is changing. But for digital clock to be effective, that should change in real time, right? So it should change in real time, right? So every time we don't have to click on this refresh button. So how we can do that? So to do that, basically we have to call this function display time. So this function should get called on every seconds, right? It should get called on every second. So to do that, we have one method, that is set timeout method. So we have to use set timeout method and we have to specify the time in that. So we have to, which function we have to call? So we have to call this display time function, right? So display time, comma, and after every second we have to call that function. That's why we have to use 1000. So 1000 is milliseconds, so 1000 milliseconds is equal to 1 second, right? So let's save this file. So what this function will do, so it will call the display time function on every 1 second. That, let's save this file and let's again open the browser. Here we can see now, without clicking on refresh, it is automatically updating in real time, right? So this is how we can use that set timeout function. So that will, on every second it is automatically increasing the value and it is displaying the time. But we can see here, so as soon as the 0 second, 0 to 10 up to 0 to 9 second, it is displaying only the single digit, right? Correct. And after 10 it is going into a double digits. Now let's say we have to display that in 2 digits. So whenever the seconds is 0 second, minutes or hours, whenever they are in between 0 to 9, we have to display 0 before that, right? So if it's 1, we have to display 0 1. If it's 2, then we have to display 0 2, right? So how we can do that? So to do that, let's say I'm going to modify a code little bit. I'm going to simply use if condition. So if my hour is less than 10, then what we have to do, then our value should be, we have to first append the 0 and then HH, right? So what it will do, so whenever the hour value is in this between 0 to 9, it will append one additional 0 before that, right, to make it 2 digits. Similarly, we can do the same for, let's say, minute, and for seconds as well. I'm just copy pasting and changing the values. Right, so it will append 0 if the value of hour, minute and second is in between 0 to 9. Right, so this is how we can modify the code little bit. Similarly, let's save this file and let's check it on our browser. Right, so it is displaying now 08, right? So this will applicable. So now it is displaying correctly 2 digits for hour, minutes and seconds. Now let's say currently it is displaying in 24 hours format, right? Now I want to display this in 12 hours format. Then how we can do that? Right, so I will simply use one more condition. Also we have to mention that the hours, basically whenever it will hit the 0, so basically it will display the 0, right? So to convert it into a 12 hours format, we have to use few conditions. For example, now I'm just again going to modify the code, add some additional code. So I will simply use one more if condition. So let's say if hours, so whenever my hours will become 0, I have to make it in 12 hours format, right? So whenever it will hit the 0, ideally hours should become or should display 12, right? So that's why we have to add this if statement. So whenever it will, hours will become 0, it will display the hours value as 12, correct? And whenever it will cross the 12, right? So whenever it will become 13. So for example, whenever my hour value becomes greater than 12, right? So we have to make it in 12 hours format, right? So if my value goes beyond 12, then we have to simply do our value as hh minus 12, right? So for example, if the value becomes 1, right? So at 1 o'clock, at 1 p.m, if it's a 24 hours format, then it will become 13, right? So whenever it becomes 13, then we have to minus 13. So we have to perform the operation, that is 13 minus 12. So it will display 1, so that will be in 12 hours format, right? So this is how we can convert it in 12 hours format. Now let's save this file and let's check on the browser again. right? So it's now converted in 12 hours format. It is displaying 9:25, right? So this is how we have converted it into a 12 hours format. Now let's say I want to display the session as well. For example, whether it's a AM or PM. I want to display whether it's a AM or PM. So how we can do that? So I'm just going to create one more variable. Let's say let session is equal to AM, and whenever my hour will cross the 12, right? So whenever my hour is greater than 12, then that session would be PM session, right? So that session will be displayed as PM, and where we have to display this session after the time, right? So simply we can change here only, right? So if here we are adding, let's say plus session as well. Now let's save this. Let's check it on the browser. Something is okay, fine. So we have created the session variable like this, and here we have used capital S. So we have to change this to small s, right? So same variable we have to display that, right? So let's save this and let's check it on the browser, right? So it is displaying AM or PM because it's a PM time. So it is displaying PM here because it's 9:26 PM currently, right? So we can simply this is how we can simply create one digital clock by using date object and different methods, right? So thank you for watching this video, guys. In the next tutorial we will see some more topics about JavaScript.